We all have read about socialism in our history and civics textbooks and heard about it too. So, what does socialism actually mean? Socialism is a system where the means of production and services are owned by the public. Since the government exists to represent its constituents, socialism practically means that the government manages the means of production. For an example, nationalization of all the major industries, which was very much prevalent in India until late 1980s. Socialism can also imply massive welfare programs aiming to reduce wealth inequality. Let us take a deeper look at the goals that are unique to socialism, or in other words, pillars of socialism: equality, selflessness, everything is regulated by community or the government. Now, this is as good as it can get. Who would ever disagree with these values? But can these be delivered? Let us see. The type of equality socialism strives to achieve is equality in outcomes, where every person has the same amount of wealth as the rest of the people in the community. But in reality, is this possible? Let's look at an example. Between two individuals running in a race, the one that crosses the line first should get the medal. But let us say the medal is awarded to both despite the results. Now this is equality in an outcome. But the incentive for running faster has been nullified. Automatically, it doesn't matter whether you run hard or not, you get the same value. And thus, laziness and inefficiency become a part of the culture. Government-run industries have historically been inefficient in India because they have no incentive to compete. There is job security and benefits, even if the manufactured product is far inferior to its competition. In India, both Kerala and West Bengal have witnessed socialism for decades. The strong union culture and groupism encouraged by socialism only created a lazy and inefficient workforce. As a result, there is a bandh or a shutdown called by the unions almost every week, making these states hostile to attracting jobs or industries. Selflessness is a trait socialism demands. But unfortunately, the selfish politicians running for elections promise freebies to its poor constituents by overly taxing the honest working middle class or the rich. This is a forced compliance and not selflessness. When the government demands a certain income group to be selfless to achieve equality, it is not impractical to think that this can result in the emergence of a selfish class that wants everything for doing nothing. Because most people are naturally not selfless, the socialist government forces enterprising people to look out for greener pastures, be it for a job or entrepreneurship. When a popular leader from a party in Delhi announced a 50% cut in the electricity bills and free water, there was a loud cheer, and that party went on to win the election with a landslide majority. But when the union budget announced that housing for everyone is their agenda, and they are going to support by giving loans with lesser interest rates, which in turn could create a number of jobs, it barely made an impact. In Tamilnadu, when leaders announce free laptops, TVs, medicines and mobiles during election time, a similar cheer is given during the voting. So, the goal of selflessness is getting realized into selfishness while choosing sides. Freebies, handouts, subsidies and appeasements make the community lazy and demanding. Instead of working hard, people think it's the government's duty to take care of them. This is what has happened to Greece, where the country had run out of money, and we saw news about women auctioning themselves. Venezuela had one of the largest crude oil reserves, so you would think the country is prosperous. Wrong. After electing socialist governments for decades, the only things overflowing in Venezuela currently are poverty, starvation, and chaos. When anything gets regulated by a community or the government schemes, despite the good intentions, has to pass through layers of laziness, inefficiency, and corruption. At times, the government becomes so powerful that it could turn into an autocracy, be it in North Korea or Cuba or our own neighbor China. The idea of a strong government most often gets hijacked into autocracy. Socialism sounds virtuous and rational, but in reality, it is the best example of hypocrisy. Thank you for watching the video, my friends. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such infotainment. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, and visit our website.